Welcome back to Live With, brought to you by Species Nutrition. Visit speciesnutrition.com. I'm Dave Palumbo, and I'm here with today's guest, three-time figure bikini champion, I should say Bikini Olympia champion, Ashley Kaltwasser, who's on the comeback trail. I don't even know how you could be on the comeback trail. You're so young. Talk to me a little bit. You had a lot of very big success at a very young age. It came very easy to you. You stormed into the industry. You kind of took it by the neck, and you won 3 Olympia titles, and then you kind of disappeared. Give us a little recap for maybe people who don't know that much about you, about how you got into it, what happened with winning the Olympias, and why you left.
Okay, sure. So I come from a track and field background. I was a Division I collegiate athlete. I ran the 400-meter hurdles in track. Once I was done with my collegiate track career, I was kind of going a little bit crazy because I wasn't training for anything, and I just am a very competitive person. Even when I was very young, I always wanted to beat the boys in gym class and get the record for the most chin-ups, all that. So I was going nuts because I was competing for nothing. I was like, what am I living for? As silly as it sounds, but I really miss competing in track. So I kind of stumbled upon the bikini division, and I was like, this seems kind of cool. I might want to try this. So I ended up training for my first bikini show, and it kind of came a lot easier to me than others because I was coming off a collegiate track. So I knew how to train and how to diet to an extent, but putting those finishing touches on really contest prep really made a difference, and I brought my body to another level, and it just seems like it was kind of made for me in a way. I found success pretty early on in my career for a bikini, and it just felt like my place in a way. It's what I was meant to do. So yeah, that's how I got started in the bikini division. And as you know, I did take a 1.5 years off because, honestly, the pressure got to me a little bit. I was on top, and, it was in a way, too much for me mentally sometimes because I was expected to win, and if I didn't win, it was a disappointment. And I don't know, I just had to refine my happiness. So it took taking some time off to refine my happiness, to discover it once again, and I'm more enthusiastic than ever to get back on stage. This is very exciting for me. I literally, I can't wait. I get so excited even talking about it. So did you miss being on stage? Oh gosh, yes I did. I mean, obviously for a little bit it was nice to relax and be a normal person, but I did miss getting on stage. And to be honest, I let myself go a little bit at one point. I got up to 142 pounds, which isn't that much for a normal person, but if you put it in perspective, right now I'm 119 and I'm not that big of a girl anyway. So I had to do a serious prep. It took me 6 months to get to this point. I came across some thyroid issues that really kind of slowed down my prep, and that's why it took so long, but I'm finally ready and more excited than ever.
Now let me ask you a question about your weight ballooning up. You have over 1 million followers on Instagram. I mean, you have a tremendous following. Did they like you better when you were a little rounder, or did they like you better when you're leaner?
Well, here's the thing. I think most of my people like seeing the old Ashley. They're bikini girls. They're people in the industry that are like, yeah, you go, girl, you're getting lean. I will get some people that maybe don't understand the sport and it's like, you're getting too skinny. Why would you do that? But again, they're unfamiliar with what I'm trying to do. And this is what got me to where I am. This is what got me to be successful and, and get my opportunity. I've gotten many opportunities in the fitness industry because of competing. So I guess it's like my roots, you know what I'm saying? So I think more people appreciate the fact that I'm competing again rather than those negative people that are criticizing me for getting too lean or whatnot.
I'm going to be honest with you. I think your physique looks way better now than when you were winning Bikini Olympias. I think you have a much more mature looking physique. You're leaner. You are showing better lines in your body. I don't know if that's going to be rewarded by the judges because we never know what they're looking for in bikini, but I will tell you this, your physique is way better than when you won those 3 Olympias.
Yes, thank you so much. I agree. I think I'm a lot sharper this time around, and I have more muscle, believe it or not. So taking the time off might have also helped me with that as well. But I do think that just from seeing the recent shows and who's winning, they are kind of going a little bit harder. I could be wrong. So I kind of tried to accommodate to that a little bit. So I got a little more lean, and just to try to like one up my past physique. So we'll see. I'm feeling pretty good though.
Yeah, you're certainly not too lean, that's for sure. I think this is the ideal bikini look. You always had a good bikini body, but I always thought, well, she could be a little leaner. I think this is a perfect balance between what you were and where you're going now. And, you know, let's face it, you have a very good personality, too. A lot of the bikini competitors don't have that personality or that following that you had. And that's got to help. You know, I think that definitely adds to the mystique of who you are.
Yeah.
Why do you think so many people follow you on Instagram? What is it, your butt, or is it something else?
You know, honestly, I think I bring a lot of diversity to the table. So not only do I have my competitor fans that were with me from the beginning, I also, you know, I like to display like acrobatics on my Instagram.
You do.
I like
you do some great stuff.
I'll do comedy skits. I'll do mainstream fitness. So I kind of try to appeal to, you know, a little bit of everyone in a sense. And I feel like I have something to prove as well. Like, you know, I think the most people that are in the industry kind of look at bikini girls as like, oh, they just do cardio, they don't lift, they're not athletes. And I'm like out there trying to show people like, no, look, I'm walking on my hands, I'm doing backflips, I can sprint, I can jump, I can do this and that. So I think that, you know, makes it fun too, because it's like, what is she gonna do next, or what is she training for, or why is she flipping down the street? I like to keep it entertaining, because I think fitness should be fun, especially with the competition industry. It's like taken way too seriously, and it's like, oh, here's my food, meal number 5, meal number 6, and I just try to like spice it up and make it fun, because if I was on the outside looking in, I'd be like, man, what a boring life these competitors live. But if I'm trying to make it fun, I think it's more appealing, and maybe some girl out there is like, you know what, maybe it's not so bad, that looks like fun actually, I want to try. So I think that's my goal, is to get like people more involved in the competition industry, because it can be fun, but you gotta like, you know, show the good and the bad.
I'll give you credit, because you know what, I don't usually look at a lot of Instagram pictures, and yeah, there's a million girls out there that do their butt, you know, all these different butt poses, and they have a lot of followers. I find it completely boring, because I see so many physiques on a regular basis, but I love watching your videos where you're doing like crazy stuff, like you said, like handstands, and you're jumping in the sand and doing all kinds of nutty stuff like that. To me, that's interesting, because you're showing athletic prowess, and I'm watching you do stuff that probably I can't do. And I think that's what people really get excited about. Hey, look, that's pretty cool. And she actually has a good physique too, you know?
Yeah, totally. And that makes me happy. Good. I've done my job.
You know, going into the bikini world now, there's a lot of competition out there. Some of the girls are not obviously competing that you were competing against, like India Paulino just had a baby. Who out there on the scene right now do you think is like the people that you're really targeting, you know, to go after? Would it be you know, the champions, or do you have certain like physiques that you like out there? I know that you and Janet you know, had a competition going when you guys were competing against each other. Who out there now impresses you? Well,
you know, something is, this was going to sound so disappointing of an answer, but I've just been focusing on myself, and even I'm not even looking at the other competitors. I'm taking it show by show. So even though you're thinking like on a large scale like Olympia, I'm thinking this weekend, how can I bring my best package? I've always been one of those competitors that I don't even like to research. I don't like to research the other competitors that I'm competing against in that show. Most of the time I won't even look at the competitor list, because I just like to focus on me. So no matter what they bring to the table, how is that going to affect me right now? Because this is going to be the body that's going to be on stage. Right. So it's just going to play mind games with me if I look. Gotcha. So yeah, I guess I just take it show by show, and then see, I'll probably, you know, compete and evaluate my photos and my physique for the stage. And then, you know, maybe then I'll take it and be like, okay, now what's next? And then kind of try to switch things up if I need to. But yeah, I know it's a disappointing answer, because you were looking for me to give you someone's name, but honestly, just focusing on me.
Okay. Angelica Teixeira, can you beat her?
What about a what?
Can you beat Angelica Teixeira?
Oh, well, you know, that's a pretty bold question to ask, Dave.
I had to, because you're not giving me an answer. I got to ask you.
I mean, it's possible, but then again, it's possible for anybody to, because back in 2013, I was a no one. I mean, I don't want to say I was a no one, but no one recognized me. No one knew who I was.
Right.
And I came out of nowhere and beat everyone. So I have a fair chance, and so does everyone else, believe it or not. Even some of these competitors that may have won a show, but you don't really hear much about them. Yeah, I'm looking out for them too. So I don't take anybody out of the mix.
Now, you're a 3-time Bikini Olympia champ, okay? So you have a lot of credibility under your belt. You also have a lifetime qualification for the Olympia, which means you don't have to compete anyplace else. If you want to go back to that Olympia, you don't have to requalify. Why did you pick this Denver Mile High show this weekend as your first show of the year?
Well, because my coach, Adam Vanilla, is based out of here. So he trains out of here. His office is out of here. And I was like, well, you know, it'd be really nice if I spent the last 10 days of prep with him in my environment to get super focused, in my bubble, and on point. I live in Los Angeles, California now, the Hollywood area. And, you know, it can be a little distracting sometimes. It's a busy city. But here it's more like chill. And I just thought, you know, what a great place. What a great place to compete. I've been here a few times training with my coach, and it's just nice to have that comfort of somebody watching me day by day to make sure that I peak at just the right time.
Okay, so you're basically testing out the waters to see how you look, so that when the Olympia comes around, it's not like you're doing it for the first time.
Yeah, so I might even do a show after this. I'm going to see how I feel on Sunday and kind of see how the show goes. But I probably will compete after this.
You're getting the rust out. You're getting a little, working some of that rust out. Now, you live in LA. What do you like about LA? Do you feel like you want to get into acting? Is that why you're there, or is it just you just like the city?
Honestly, I'm probably one of the few people that moved to LA not for acting, not for modeling. I could do what I do wherever, to be quite honest. What I like about LA is, well, the weather is amazing. It's always more motivating when the sun's shining all the time and you rarely see rain. I also like that everyone's like hustling. Like everyone's trying to make it somewhere, doing something. You know, I think in Ohio, it's a little boring because people are very satisfied with their 9-to-5 jobs, which is fine, but I don't want to be a 9-to-5 kind of person. You know what I'm saying? So even though I don't really model or act like these people in LA do, I can still kind of get motivated off of their energy and what they're trying to do with their career, because I want to do the same, but in the bikini world. So.
Well, why wouldn't you get into acting? I mean, you're a very good-looking girl. You have a great physique. You're not like over the top like some of the figure and women's physique competitors. So you definitely are mainstream. Why wouldn't you want to get into acting?
Well, I mean, I just don't have a passion for it, I guess. I can't imagine myself sitting down at night like rehearsing scripts, because I have actor friends and I see what they go through. Reading over scripts over and over and memorizing it, and I'm just not like that. Nope. I probably could do something more like reality-wise, but I don't know. Some of those reality shows are a little, I don't know if that's how I want to be portrayed, because I don't have control over that. So, you know, if something came along where it was a great opportunity and it fit, you know, fit my time frame, sure. But, you know, it's hard to get into that kind of thing, especially when there's so many actresses and actors out there anyway. I know a lot of them, you know, try to get an acting, but just it's a struggle to you know, be the one person that they're looking for.
And a lot of people are doing their own vlogs on YouTube and making very good money monetizing that. I mean, you have a great personality. What you should consider maybe doing that. Do your own thing.
Yeah. Oh, I do have a YouTube channel, and I upload once a week, every Monday, and it does help for branding for sure. It helps all around branding. People know what's going on in my life. You know, I can promote my services through my YouTube channel. You know, it's very beneficial, and I would say probably the best form of social media out there is YouTube, because people get to really know you, your personality, rather than just watching like a 30-second Instagram video. So I love YouTube, and I've, you know, been using it quite frequently lately. I wish I jumped on the boat sooner, but this year I really try to step up the YouTube.
I guarantee if you put up a video every day, 5 days a week, you would have probably more subscribers than I have at RXMuscle. You probably have about 500,000 subscribers in no time, because all you have to do is tell your Instagram followers to go over to YouTube. You got 1 million followers on there. In no time, you'll have 500,000 YouTube subscribers, and you could monetize your own videos. You'd probably make a fortune.
Yeah, that's true. The only bad thing about YouTube is it's like way more time consuming for the editing and stuff.
Of
I mean,
course
I have
it
an
is.
editor. Yes.
What do you do all day though? Why can't you edit video?
It takes a lot.
What do you do during the day that keeps you so busy?
Well, you know, during this trip, it's obviously a different situation, some prepping. But throughout the day, you know, I'll answer emails, tend to social media, obviously work out. Training is a big part of my day. You know, that kind of thing. Like I said, I don't have a 9-to-5 job. I'm self-employed, so I do, you know, things with my sponsors and also online training as well. So that takes up most of my day. But I'm lucky that I can kind of create my own schedule rather than having to be somewhere all the time at the same time, same place.
This is what we're going to do. You're going to hire a videographer, a guy like like Tyler here, the creator who works for me, and he's going to follow you around. He's going to film you all day. He'll edit the video, put it up on your YouTube channel. You'll pay him, and you'll get the money to pay him from the monetization of your YouTube channel because you're going to have so many followers. And then then the TV people are going to find you, and they're going to come saying to you, "We want to do a reality show on you." Mark my words.
Okay, sounds good. I do have a videographer with me during this trip, though. He has been following me around. I've been documenting a lot of this process because a lot of people are interested on what goes into prep, especially the last week. So we've been, don't you worry, we've been getting lots of content.
You're interesting. I'm telling you, if you were boring, I wouldn't even bring it up to you. I'm telling you, you'll be a hit. I guarantee it. I'm predicting it right here on this show. Let's see if let's see if Ashley listens to me. All right.
Okay.
What, you know, how many people, are there any people out there? I'm trying to think back. I don't think there's been anyone in the bikini industry who's actually won the Olympia, left the stage, come back, and then won the Olympia back, has there?
I don't think so.
No.
No one's ever won it twice.
Yeah, that's true. You have the most wins, right?
Yes. Well, I don't know about pro wins. I'm not sure.
You have the most Bikini Olympia wins, though, right?
Yes. Okay.
You've won the Olympia the most times, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. So if anyone can do it, you can do it. I know that Nicole Wilkins came back and won the figure Olympia after losing it.
Yeah.
But I don't believe...
I was speaking only on bikini. I'm sorry.
Right,
yes.
right. But no one in bikini has done it. So you probably stand I guess, as good a chance as anyone of being the first person to do it. Does that excite you? Because it's kind of something that no one's done before.
Yeah, it does. It honestly does excite me. And it's another, like, I guess, I get a lot of satisfaction from like inspiring people, right? So if somebody sees my content or my show and gets inspired, like, wow, she did that, I think I can do that too. Or because like, wow, you look great, that's going to inspire me to like, you know, work out consistently or change my diet if they saw something from my YouTube or Instagram. But I think this is another way to inspire people. Like, you know, I had a rough year and a half. You know, I let myself go a little bit, but you know what? I'm back. I'm back. I brought it back. There's no reason why somebody else who might have been going through something hard in their life, there's no reason they can't bring it back either and be even better than they were before. So it's another like way to inspire, I guess. As far as the Olympia, I hadn't even looked that far ahead, to be honest. I was more like concerned about peaking for the show. I know that sounds crazy, but yeah, I mean, it is kind of cool. It's kind of cool to have this platform to like, you know, reach out to people that you wouldn't have. You know, people would never have heard about me or known about me if it wasn't for competing or social media. Sure. And through that, I'm able to like, you know, motivate a lot of people. So that makes me feel good.
Can you still do hurdles?
I think I can. Yes, I think I can. I haven't tried in a while. But
I'd like to see a video. I think that should be your next video on Instagram. Maybe after the show. Don't do it before the show. We don't need any accidents. But after the show, I want to see you hurdling. Okay? Okay.
That's a good idea. Yeah. You know what I found the problem is, Dave, with that, I've tried it before, is because when you go to open track circles or tracks, sorry, they take the hurdles and they lock them away because they don't want anybody to steal them. So getting access to those hurdles are a little bit difficult.
Well, we got to find you a track meet you can do, because I know they have these track meets where like you can go to on the weekends and stuff like that, where you can compete. You should just go and see what your hurdling prowess is at this point in your time.
Yeah, I mean, I did do road races to get in shape for the show. I did 5Ks and 10Ks on the weekend, every weekend, fasted just to help me get in shape. So
really,
because I told you I'm a competitive person.
That's awesome.
So it's way better for me to do that than to run on a treadmill because I get a heck of a workout and time flies by a lot faster.
It's amazing though, because a lot of sprinters are not good distance runners. So, I mean, they don't like to do the distance, but you went and did 10Ks. I mean, that's 6.2 miles.
Yes. I mean, I'm not saying like that's my thing.
No, I know, but you'd still do it.
I was like, that's not my, I'm better at sprinting, but to get in shape, you know, for cardio, yeah. That's what I needed.
Look, you keep it varied, and I think that's what gives you a little variety in your life. Now, let me ask you about your sponsors, because you have sponsors, obviously, that are very loyal to you. Mm-hmm. Who are they, and how did you get these deals?
Sure. So, you know, having success in the fitness industry obviously brought a lot of opportunities to me. I'm currently with my supplement sponsor, High Tech Farm, who's been awesome and super supportive. Yeah, helping me through this prep, supporting me. You know, that honestly means a lot to have somebody like as big as them behind you, pushing you. It means the world. They're like my cheerleaders. You know, I have Fuel Meals, which is awesome, giving me my meals every week so I don't have to cook most of the time. Even my coach is freaking awesome. Adam Bonilla from Team Elite Physique, he is the best motivator, and my God, he's just always so positive. And I'm one of those people, I don't like the tough love thing. I don't want somebody screaming in my face. Adam is just 100% positive, and that's really been keeping me, you know, sane, especially during those weeks that I wasn't seeing progress. He stuck with me, and obviously he did my whole prep. So kudos to Adam. Yes, go Adam. Whoop, whoop. And yeah, I mean, just honestly, they're not a sponsor, but I've got to thank the NPCI Pro League, because I would not be talking to you today if it wasn't for them. They gave me this platform to compete, who made me who I am today. I'm a competitor, and you know, I do social media and got all these great opportunities because I competed in the NPC. So big shout out to them as well. You know, I got to thank them, and of course RXMuscle. Thank you so much, by the way, for allowing me to be back on your show. I think it's been like, you know, 2 years maybe. Yeah. So I'm really flattered that you know, want me on your show. So thank you.
Oh, you know, I like people who have good personalities, and we like to know what's going on in your brain. And a lot of people out there, you know, are always trying to figure out how they can make a living for themselves in this sport, how they can be successful with social media. And I think you're a person that has not only been successful, obviously, on the stage, but in the social media aspect, in getting contracts. And it's because you have, you know, the right mindset. And I think that it's important that, you know, we hear you speak about what you do and how you've done it, because that's going to help other people out there. And let's face it, it's about giving back. I mean, you said it earlier, you know, you feel great when you're able to motivate other people. And that's what makes you so good at what you do.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Because of that.
It's awesome feeling.
You know, some people compete for selfish reasons. They really don't give a crap about anyone else. They just do it because their ego demands it of them. Obviously, we all have some kind of ego gratification in competing, but you know, you enjoy it because you enjoy motivating other people, and I think that energy comes out when you do interviews like this and when you talk to people via your social media.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I love it. I love it.
We want to wish you the best of luck this weekend in Denver, Colorado. Hey, let me ask you a question. Is the altitude there, does that affect you at all negatively?
Honestly, I can only feel it when I'm doing cardio. And my coach has put me through some awesome cardio sessions at the amphitheater, which is super high on the mountains, like the big steps. Like, I was going hardcore with my cardio. Some hit, man. That's when I can feel it, or walking up steps, but just walking around, I can't feel it at all. I think it's a little drier here, and maybe that's just because I'm comparing it to LA, and I don't know if it has anything to altitude or not, but like my lips are always like chapped, like, oh man, it's dry out here. So that's the only way I could tell. Yeah,
you lose fluid much more easily out there. I remember when I was out there for a couple days and people were asking me, hey, how you feel out there? I said, I'm fine. But I said, I feel like I'm walking around in a daze. They're like, that's because your oxygen is too low. They said that you are feeling it. So I think sometimes we don't even realize it because we're such trained athletes to not let things bother you. But when you exercise, you certainly feel, you know, that lack of oxygen in the air.
Yeah, absolutely. But it's good though. Boxers and endurance athletes come here to train for their shows. I'm like, this is perfect. Yeah. So when you come back down to normal sea level, you'll be like a pro. So. Right. All right. Well, Ashley, good luck, like I said, this weekend, and good luck with whatever shows you decide to do in the future. And I hope we see you on an Olympia stage come September.
because I think we need a little more excitement in the bikini division, and you certainly add that.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
All right, and that's going to take us to the end of another episode of Live With, brought to you by Species Nutrition. Visit speciesnutrition.com. I'm Dave Palumbo, and we'll see you next time.